I got a question for you. While you morons are out there jumping off of a cliff as a beautiful, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, all-natural girl does an amazing American Eagle blue jean ad, which, by the way, American Eagle has been around since 1977. They have put every single kind of person in their ads, every ethnic background, every color, every size, every shape. They have not missed a beat. Everyone has been represented properly. We'll take that data and let's turn that into dollars. Which ads make the company money? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, baby. It's the blonde-haired blue eyes. That's what money. It's pretty hilarious. You guys are calling them a Jewish-owned company. You guys are just brain dead. But here's my question. Beyonce does her Levi ad, right? What the If Beyonce is such a badass, then why don't she put her nappy-headed ass there all natural? Why is she sporting a long blonde wig? Why are they putting her in an ad with all of these white woman traits? Why are they filtering her skin so that it's lighter? What's the target market there? Is it the nappy-headed hood rat? Is that the target market? If they really thought that El Natural Beyonce in an ad for blue jeans would translate to dollars, then they would have stuck her ass up there in her natural hair. No wig, no filter, no nothing. Does anybody even know how she really looks? Anybody have a clue what Beyonce looks like without a wig? Do you understand how stupid, moronic, lunatic you sound? For the rest of you motherfuckers, your culture appropriation bullshit, and every single one of you motherfuckers putting on blonde wigs. You make no sense. You can't have it both ways. Just show up with your nappy heads. You understand? This whole play on words, my jeans are blue. Let's get right down to it. RGENES. Our jeans are good. We have class. We don't bully people. We don't blow shit up. We don't set shit on fire. We don't beat up innocent people. We don't do the nasty, gnarly bullshit that you do. Why don't we talk about jeans? My jeans are badass. I'm so proud of my jeans. I've never seen more lunatics in my life. Doesn't even matter, because you don't move the needle. You don't move the needle in sales. You don't move the needle at all. Data's data. Ads track money. Money is what the bottom line is. There's a reason they put Beyonce in a blonde wig. Sells more than anything. Praising. Fake from head to toe. In a blonde wig. From every blonde-haired, blue-eyed, green-eyed girl in this country. For any girl that's proud of being white. Y'all can all the way off. We're done. You liberals are crazy. All you do is scream and yell and whine and cry and freak out and beat your heads on walls. You're straitjacket material. You're gone. You're literally gone. You are drowning in your own hypocrisy. I've never been more sick of anything than I am of liberal women. I'd like to see her nappy head.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode. I really do appreciate your love and support on this channel. So I just happened to come across this topic that people are seriously discussing on social media platforms, including TikTok, about the new Sydney Sweeney jeans campaign that she did. And this campaign or this ad has gotten a lot of backlash from people of different races in the United States of America. I didn't even pay much attention to it until I came across this video of this Caucasian woman who decided to come for Black women in a very bad way, very disrespectful. Like, I never expected I would see anyone coming on social media and creating such videos, but then I happened to go through her TikTok account and I just realized, like, that's the type of a person or the type of a woman that she is. And she faced a huge backlash from so many people. And I want us to watch these videos together, guys. Every clip and every stitch that you'll be seeing on our today's episode, credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you're seeing on your screen. So this video is for education purposes only, and also trying or showing people where the problem was with this ad campaign, because most of Caucasian people seem not to get what happened or whatever went on with this ad campaign, and they're trying to compare this with the ad that Beyonce did for Levi. So let's just dive right ahead and come back with more commentary. Also, let me know what you think about this.
All natural. Why is she
You rancid bag of mayonnaise that became sentient. Nobody gives a fuck about Sydney Sweeney and her bony Nobody gives a fuck about Sydney Sweeney's jeans, them overpriced shits that you would never see being worn in the trailer park. Nobody gives a about American Eagle but you goofy white folk. And then you had to bring up Beyonce. Hey, check this out. Spend a week in the sun. Every day. 8 hours. If you can do that, if you can accomplish that mission, staying out in the sun for 8 hours a day for 7 days, I'll listen to whatever the you got to say. The cultural appropriation that you're doing is drunken blonde. I think you've had a couple too many apple martinis there, Grandma. You might actually be younger than me, but you damn sure don't look like it. Nobody gives a about y'all jeans. Why is it that white folks gotta act like toddlers? We're gonna have a white-only country. We're gonna have a white-only city. I don't give a Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Sydney Sweeney needs a sandwich. Y'all want our outrage, but you can't get it. That's why y'all gotta resort to nappy head and shit like that. Hey, Grandma, take that wig off. Go on and tell me you are a natural blonde. I can smell the peroxide from here. Listen, lush Linda. Go get some business. Wear them fucking jeans. Don't wear them fucking jeans. Nobody cares. Y'all are fighting with in your head. I think the black people called us Nazis. Bitch, you don't give a fuck about your dried out ass. Talking shit when your greatest enemy sits in the sky. Nappy-headed.
What'd you say? Huh? It's like, all right, don't play no games with me. Sometimes I speak very intelligently. Sometimes I speak in ghetto language. Sometimes I talk in redneck. No matter what language I'm using, I know you hear me. So don't give me the bullshit. What'd you say? You heard what the I said. I said what I said. Okay? We have class. We don't bully people. We don't blow shit up. We don't set shit on fire.
I decided to start the video right at the lie. If you know, you know. But apparently she don't. Ma'am, do you have in lip fillers? Is you taking Ozempic? Because your body look like something is wrong. Well, I'm just going to pop me some popcorn. Because I'm pretty sure you wasn't ready for the smoke you about to get from all of the black nappy-headed women on Beyonce's internet.
Look at these two photos. If one of them offended you and the other one didn't, I need you to tell me why. I just need some sort of explanation. Make it make freaking sense.
You see, this is what had it.
There is no way y'all saw that Sydney Sweeney commercial with American Eagle and thought, I don't understand what the controversy is about. Y'all made me go back and rewatch the commercial to make sure I wasn't tripping. So now, class, we're gonna watch it together. Roll a clip.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
They had a blonde hair, blue-eyed, white woman sit in front of a camera and play with the words Gene with a J and jeans with a G. And then said, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. And y'all don't see nothing wrong with that? There's this guy in history, his name is losing me, who used that same ideology to unalive groups of people, stating that people with that genetic makeup were superior. What's his name again? Hitler! Hitler! And you cannot convince me that all the people that needed to approve this commercial before it aired, including her who sat in front of the camera and said it, none of them thought that this could be mildly problematic. Even mildly. At this point, we just going for anything. Y'all just cool with whatever. Okay.
Where was the outrage over this ad? I mean, can you guys just admit that you hate white people now?
Anytime that I ask myself how Donald Trump got elected, I'm just gonna go watch this video. Because while I understand how people are falling for the AI videos of cute animals on trampolines, the fact that this person could not tell that this ad was fake, the fact that this person put zero effort and energy into figuring out that this ad was fake is exactly how Donald Trump got elected. Because they will believe anything that is put in front of them, especially if it fits their narrative. They will believe anything. And then they leave the video up and just turn the comments off because everybody's telling them that they're wrong. And I get it. I'm about to post a video too. And I like attention, but I would much rather get attention for being a compassionate, kind, intelligent person than I would for having an IQ that is the same as my shoe size. Oh, and to answer the question that you asked in your video, yeah, every single day I'm hating certain white people more and more in this country. Every day.
When a white, blue-eyed woman says, "My chins are below," that does not just happen in a vacuum. Let's talk about why this ad doesn't just feel off, it feels familiar, like historically familiar. In 1930s Germany, as we all know, white women with blonde hair and blue eyes were held up as this ideal. Not just beautiful, but genetically superior. The schmaltzy regime ran entire campaigns promoting the hereditary fitness of the Aryan women. It's all ridiculous, obviously. There were posters praising blue eyes, propaganda about strong bloodlines. And I won't even get into how they tried to encourage the right women to have babies through cash and medals. Sound familiar? Today we have a global rise in white nationalist movements, especially in the US. There's literally a town being built in Arkansas for white-only residents. And online there's been a resurgence in pseudoscience linking to good genes in relations to health, intelligence, beauty. We can look at the autism and disability space. We can look at the new executive order claiming to end crime and disorder on the streets that has really problematic language about people who might be disruptors. But it's not always really obvious executive orders and RFK grinding his voice into your ears. But that's also how it works. It's like a wink, it's a nudge, it's a dog whistle. So when brands casually, on purpose, joke about good genes, all while the right is literally building white-only towns and reviving eugenicist ideology, this isn't just being tone deaf, it's complicity. Eugenics has never ever disappeared, it's just been rebranded. It's hiding in how we talk about things like autism, beauty, intelligence, reproduction. It shows up in medicine and is even currently inhibiting really crucial cancer research. And yes, it shows up in denim ads. Sydney has great genes is not just a pun, because if the internet is going mad that your campaign could plausibly double as a schmaltzy propaganda ad in the 1930s, maybe you need to rethink that, or maybe that was the point. Especially when you have a bunch of white nationalists on social media applauding the ad for giving them permission to be white. Just because it doesn't look exactly like 1930s propaganda doesn't mean it's not propaganda. It just means the marketing is modernized.
So guys, I saw a lot of people talking about this topic, and that's why I decided like maybe I can bring this to you and we get to discuss it together. As I saw this video, first I wasn't paying so much attention to it until so many people started discussing it, and then I later happened to come across this video of this woman who is actually coming for black women. And you've seen, or even if you go to her TikTok account, you actually understand like that's the type of a person that she is. And I believe like people her type should not be allowed to be on any public social media platforms, spreading hate and racism, because whatever she's doing, she's just spreading hate out there. And her even going on ahead and saying that everything that she actually do post and say she has done enough research and she's approved everything that she's posting. Like now when she went to take this ad of Sydney and the one that Beyonce did, which are quite very different ads as to how each and every company did their ad, and whatever message that they were actually pushing, I wanted to research and learn more about what's up with the genes and all that, and the history that it has, or the history that it's tied to when it comes to the history of the United States of America. So when you look at the history of eugenics and how it was like in the United States of America, first the word is from Greek roots meaning well born or good genes. And the reason as to why people are having a problem with this, or why this ad is actually facing a lot of backlash, is because of how the history country has been in the United States of America, where they've put it to believe that people that look like this are much better than people that look like this, or people of, you know, color. Also, the problem is coming from, you know, the eugenics belief is that certain traits like physical appearance, intelligence, or abilities are inherently better and should be encouraged, while others should be discouraged or eliminated. Now that means people that look like this and their genes, as you know, if you watched that video and you know, the ad and get to understand, or simply go and research about, you know, why all this is actually facing a lot of backlash. And there is also a politician who actually went on and commented and said or praised Sydney, calling her beautiful and a real American girl. So that's why it's also bringing a lot of controversy, because now when you say like she's the real American girl, there is a lot of question that you can actually ask yourself, like, what's a real American girl? Like, is it a girl with the genes that she has? And people that have this color, their genes, they're not real American girls? I don't know, but you can tell me, but I think that is what they actually meant. So this idea of breeding better or breeding better genes, you know, has historically led to discrimination, forced sterilization, and racism, especially in the United States of America. Like in the early 19th, eugenics became popular in America as a scientific movement. It was backed by influential scientists, politicians, and even universities like Harvard. States fairs even had fitter family and a better baby. Like, that is crazy, guys. Contests to judge people based on appearance and perceived genetic quality. And you see, like, if this happened in the past and it was like this, and when you come and do an ad like this, and knowing that it's gonna go on social media and the controversy that it will bring, and you know, the history that is actually tied to, it's crazy to even people sit down, look at that ad, you know, edit it, and they'll be like, yeah, it's okay for us to post this, and I think it's going to bring us, you know, more customers. Or maybe their aim was not to, you know, get more customers. We really don't know. Like, I cannot really say what their aim was, because it's crazy to even sit down, look at art ad, the editors, and you know, the director, and they were like, yeah, this is just okay for us to use this as an advert for our jeans, which, you know, so crazy. But you know, it got me thinking, maybe their aim, they have their specific customer that they were actually aiming with this ad, and that's why probably they did at these. But anyway, that is just my thinking. You can tell me what you think about it. So even back in those days, there were harmful policies and laws that were passed, allowing the forced sterilization of people deemed unfit. These included those with disabilities, mental illness, and disproportionately poor and minority communities. The Supreme Court upheld these laws in 1927, Back v. Bell, with Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes famously writing, "3 generations of imbeciles are enough." When you look at this history, like, more of, you know, like people just coming on social media and asking, like, if you found a problem with this ad and you didn't find a problem with Beyonce when was advertising for Levi's, then you yourself are the problem. But when you go back to, you know, getting to understand the history that is connected about, you know, genes in the United States of America, you'll get to understand why people are actually very angry at these adverts and why they should not be promoted in a country like the United States of America, or even in any other country in the world, because we have different races and we have different genes, and does not mean like anyone's genes are better than any other person just because of their skin color and the features and their physical looks. So these eugenics also heavily influenced immigration restrictions in the 1920s, targeting people from Southern and Eastern Europe, Asia, and other non-Anglo backgrounds. It also fed into segregation era beliefs that white Americans of Northern European descent were the ideal population. I also think this is where this narrative of that, you know, white or, you know, being lighter or with less melanin is the beauty standard. And this is why you see even so many dark-skinned women trying to bleach their skin. Even like, you know, men are now, even nowadays, trying to bleach their skin, do something to their bodies, because they are looking to fit the European beauty standards, which is not okay in today's society, and it was never even okay back in those days. You might sit there and ask yourself, like, why is this even resonating in our today's world? So even though eugenics is discredited as pseudoscience, its ideas echo in modern conversation about genetics, beauty standards, and ideal body types. This is why even like you see people body shaming people on social media. This is why you see like people have the right to come on social media and say who is beautiful, which melanin is better. Like there is a lot that I've seen people talking about beauty standards and the ideal beauty black woman or the ideal beauty white woman, which is not okay at all. So when you come and do an advert with that, you know, saying greater genes in advertising, especially when tied to a white, blonde, blue-eyed actress, like you cannot tell me you just sat there and thought that this was okay, because it's actually reminding people like way back in history that happened in the past. And you know, the only way that people should be learning about these things and getting to know about the history that happened in the past is only teaching people and calling people out when they do things that were actually being done in the past, because we don't want to see history repeating itself. So maybe probably most people didn't think about eugenics when they first came across this ad, but for people who actually understand history, it's actually a very sensitive topic, and this is why you're seeing them facing a huge backlash, and not only from black people, not only from black women, as this woman put it in her video, but even from her own community. You know, it's not only black people that are called out the American Eagle and this ad. You know, there were also like European American people calling them out for this kind of ad and the history that this is actually tied to, that some people just choose to ignore. Because let me tell you, I've been coming across so many videos that have made me realize that it's not that these people don't know the history. It's not that these people don't understand the things that they are doing. It's just that they don't care and they just choose to ignore everything that they do, not caring how it's going to affect other people, which is quite sad in our today's world. I would really love to know what your take or what you think about these, especially if you're a white woman watching this. I would really want to know, do you think that people who are actually being offended by this have the right to be offended? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching up to this part, and until the next episode, bye.